Ace of Spades was developed by Ben Ascoy and released to the public initially in April of 2011. It's a free-to-play, voxel-based, open-world first-person shooter merging themes from World War II, Minecraft and Team Fortress. Requiring no verification process or limitations via installation or DRM, it was easily accessible by anyone, and its lightweight graphical engine on top of a very simple set of gameplay mechanics meant that literally anyone could play with ease. The community that started to emerge around the game responded very well. The game started to become driven by its community, from map packs to custom game modes. There was definitely a very positive and reciprocative player base, being both friendly and eager to see the game continue in its path. This video hopefully serves to incite discussion on the topic of Ace of Spades as it was then, and now the version owned, developed and released by Jagex, creators of RuneScape. To provide context, Ben Ascoy had developed this game in his own time while out of work, so when approached by Jagex and the idea of selling the property to them, he jumped at the opportunity. Whether or not he made his decision too hastily is not the purpose of this video. What's done is done. Jagex took control over the property, and Ben relinquished development to a team at Jagex who were to take the game and continue to develop it. What they came out with and decided to charge money for is akin to the recent War Z debacle. They promised a complete Ace of Spades experience with much more. What they delivered, however, was a broken, glitchy, poorly optimised mess that required much more on the hardware front. With the addition of jetpacks and a class that can jump almost triple the height of most other classes, they have rendered 50% of what the core gameplay is entirely useless. That is, building. In the original Ace of Spades, one of the main aspects was the ability to build bases, or alternately dig trenches. And this was a very viable and very common tactic to use. You had groups of players together digging beneath the enemy base in hopes that they would pull off a well executed ambush and steal the flag, and all the while you would have the enemies fortifying their base, leaving you to work out how to penetrate their walls. In the Jagex version, now all you're required to do is hit and hold that jump button and you can traverse practically any landscape. In fact, you don't even need to use the class with a ridiculous jump height, as the quote standard jump height exceeds an average size wall, which is about 4 to 5 blocks, where in the original game you couldn't even jump more than 1 block in height. So on top of flushing out an entire, arguably pivotal mechanic, the game is also horribly optimised, even on the lowest graphics settings. I had issues with stuttering, framerate drops, hitboxes are terrible, they're laggy and inconsistent, and overall the quality of connection to any server is nothing less than unacceptable. Jagex are charging you $10 for an incomplete game that has absolutely no quality assurance, and in turn have practically shut the original developer out of his own game. He now risks the prospect of legal action being taken against him because Jagex refused to sell the property back. Which of course, purely on a business level that makes sense, but it's a little sad that the developer has absolutely no say on what happens to his game. So what was once an incredibly unique, fun and immersive game is now, for all that was shoehorned into the game, a watered down, low quality version that offers just barely half of the gameplay that initially sparked so much fun in the first place. In my eyes, Jagex have ruined the game, and while I'm not familiar with the company as a whole, I have read more than enough to know that their quality assurance and community outreach is poor, and given their track record they are unlikely to do anything major to improve the game. They've gone as far as censoring anyone who shares an opinion that doesn't shine a positive light on the game. This is despicable, and for that reason I suggest you give this game a pass. Instead, you can go and play the original game with all of the same core mechanics fans grew to love, still free, still community driven, and still the same damn game. Head over to buildandshoot.com to check it out. So those are my thoughts on the whole ordeal surrounding the new and old Ace of Spades game. You guys are more than welcome to leave your opinion below whether you agree or not. It's always nice to spark some discussion and see what the community thinks. And until next time, my name is Sneaky and I'll see you all later.